Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Prices overnight are sharply higher. Don't really see anything in the news except some of the technicians look at the move that we've seen from the bottom, and especially the corn market and the bean market, and say, now this is officially a bull market. I don't know why that translates into this move, but it's been a very impressive move, especially in corn, in a very short period of time. And so this is bringing more money into the long side of the grain markets. Specifically, why are we here in the corn market? I think it started in December with USDA's lower than expected D1 corn stocks. Then we've seen increase in export demand, and they lowered the carryout in February. And on Monday, when they have the new S&D, we expect them to raise the exports again and lower the carryout again, and that could be supported the prices. One of the issues we're going to be watching pretty closely with this higher hog market is due to the PED virus, and we'll see if the government tries to lower feed usage because of less hog numbers. Over the soybeans, a continued pace of using old crop U.S. beans at a level that cannot be sustained. The government says our carryout's 150. We're probably going at a pace on the demand, but our carryout's closer to 80. So we need to do something to slow that demand. And by now, the bears that thought that China would already be canceling orders are moving into South America, but they haven't done that yet. Also in South America, about 15% of the soybean crop is left to be harvested, and it's starting to rain down there, raising questions about the size of the crop and also the quality of the crop. And so we'll see on Monday if the USDA lowers the crop production down in South America for both corn and beans because of the weather that we've seen over the last 30 days. Wheat market, I think, is rallying for a couple of things. I think the lower dollar and the talk of some concern about this cold winter and maybe a dry spring affecting the U.S. hard red winter crop has got wheat up where it is. Globally, yesterday we saw where the European market didn't really follow our wheat market, and that in fact there is more wheat for export. Brussels last week had a record amount of export licenses, and their exports out of Europe is running ahead of the USDA numbers. The problem is that you don't have the same export pace in Argentina, and also Canada is having their logistic problems because of the winter, and they're not shipping out as much wheat as people had anticipated. Not much new in the Ukraine, although they are kind of talking like Ukraine wants Russia out and Russia wants part of Ukraine, which is adding to some of the concern over there. There's already talk about sanctions on the Russians if they go any steps further. So we'll have to kind of watch that over the weekend and see what kind of impact that might have. As I mentioned, USDA puts out new U.S. and world supply and demands on Monday, and then the big report is on March 31st when they estimate March 1 U.S. stocks, and then the first guess for plantings for 2014. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.